Hey guys, Red Llama. So in the previous video, me and my son, who's 4 years old, had built this CPU mining rig. It's a Ryzen 3900X, and he helped me by putting in the CPU and a heatsink. Afterwards, I kind of took over from there. The goal of this video is to get it on Hiveos, and I am no expert of this, so I had to do some research and look around, look on forums, and then also look at videos that ChumpchangeXD and Rabid Mining had produced. Visit their videos. I'll put a link in the description down below on where a lot of this information came from. In this CPU and motherboard combination, there is no integrated graphics, so you won't be able to see anything on the screen. You have to put in a GPU in order to see anything on here. Okay, so once you get the GPU in, you have to go in and make a few changes to the BIOS. The first setting you have to change is restore after AC power loss, and you have to change this to power on. This way, when the rig goes down, you should be able to see this back on Hiveos. After you made this change, then you have to go to overclocks and then change the CPU ratio apply mode to CCX. This is something I had just copied over from Rabid Mining. Again, the link is down in the description, but I used the same exact settings he had used, which was 36 on XMP is disabled. After this, I went into the CPU core voltage and changed this to AMD overclocking. And then after this, I changed the overclocked CPU core voltage to 1 volt. After this, then I can just save it and close it out. I don't need the GPU on here anymore. Everything can be handled on Hiveos. Alright, next you have to go to Hiveos, go into your rig, and set up a flight sheet. In this flight sheet, you have to select Ratorium or RTM, and then afterwards you have to put in your wallet address. Now, I have another video where I do set up a wallet for this. I'll put a link on the top right of the screen for it. You set up your wallet, then you select your pool. For this, I'm going to be using Block Pool. For this, I'm going to be selecting Central, and then afterwards I'm going to select CPU Miner. And then afterwards you can type in a name for this flight sheet. Next, after you create the flight sheet, go back to your rig and select the flight sheet and click on the rocket ship. So this was my first time running this, and I did not do the overclocks as shown in the beginning part of this video. So you do see the temperatures on the CPU climbing pretty fast on this. This is what led me to do the overclocks on the CPU, because I was just not happy with the temperature on the CPU. After overclocks were set, I reran the flight sheet, and then afterwards I opened up the shell to see what was going on in the miner. So when you first open up the miner, when you first run this, it's going to tell you how long until it creates the config file. So in this case, it's going to take 149 minutes. So let's let this sit for a while. All right, so we let it sit for 1 full day. So let's start back the shell. All right, so there we go. It's mining right now. So in order to see the earnings on this, what you have to do, since this is set up for Flockpool, go to flockpool.com, enter in your wallet address, and there you go. You can see the activity for some time now. I have 2 miners on here right now. One is a 3900X and the other one is a 5600X. Alright, so that's how you guys check out your pool and your earnings. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't, and leave any comments or questions down below. Alright, so thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next video.